just got back from the gas station. I went in to get some snacks and water. Had kind of a weird conversation with the cashier lady there. She was like, "Oh, where are you headed?" And she's like, "Okay, who are you traveling with? Like your boyfriend or your dad?" I was like, "No, it's just me today. Just getting out and exploring." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Well, just be careful. There's this really bad highway here, and they used to call it Highway 666. Like, because a lot of people think it's cursed. Like, a lot of people see things on the side of the road. It's not called Highway 666 anymore. It's called something else. Name it because so many people thought it was cursed that nobody was driving on it anymore. Nobody wanted to go to the towns around it. I was like, "Okay, what is it?" She's like, "I don't remember." People will feel compelled to just wander off into the middle of the desert. And she said, "Whatever you do, don't stop on this highway." Y'all want to hear a story? This is the story of the Devil's Highway, what was once known as Route 666, up New Mexico, running through Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and once upon a time, Arizona. Prior to the road's inclusion in the U.S. system in the 1920s, this route included the Navajo Trail and the Old Spanish Trail. It was numbered 666, not because of any sinister connotation at the time, but because it was the sixth branch of Highway 66, unintentionally referring to the number of the beast and its association with the devil. This road became known as the Devil's Highway, and people believed it cursed. There has been an unusually high number of accidents and fatalities on this stretch of road. In fact, a state trooper that was interviewed in 1990 told a USA Today reporter that, quote, "666 is evil. Everyone dies on that highway." And many of these accidents are believed to have supernatural causes. And this road is chock full of different legends and stories. A black car that appears at nightfall and speeds up on drivers. It usually zooms past the car and then disappears. So some claim this ghostly sedan has even bumped their bumper before swerving around them and disappearing. There is a phantom hitchhiker, a young woman in white who tries to wave down drivers, and then if someone pulls over, she disappears. Then there's the mad trucker, which is a lot like Satan's sedan, but actually more scary because it's an 18-wheeler that appears, and it's coming at you head on in the center of the road. It's always moving extremely fast. Most people that see it say that it's moving at about 100 miles an hour. Some witnesses even claim that it was moving so fast that it was like throwing sparks, while others describe the truck as being engulfed in flames. It's believed this mad trucker sightings have been responsible for several of these fatal accidents. And if that's not scary enough for you, there's also reports of hounds of hell that run around. Packs of wild black dogs with glowing yellow or red eyes. And it said these dogs run as fast as a car can drive and will run alongside cars and keep up with them. And they've also said to cause wrecks by running in front of cars or even swarming cars and trying to attack it. And it said these hellhounds have claws and teeth sharp enough to shred a tire. There's also a specific section of the road between Navajo Nation and these Ute Mountains, that is said to be known territory of skinwalkers. These skinwalkers are said to act in a very specific pattern. Usually you will see it first in a human form, appearing as a medicine man walking along the side of the road or standing there, who will motion you to stop or to turn around or otherwise communicate with you that you should turn around. And if this warning is ignored and the driver keeps on anyway, later on down the road, that skinwalker appears in the backseat in their monstrous animal form, which usually causes wrecks, or worse, the skinwalker steals the person's soul and their skin. Ooh. The skinwalkers are also said to appear sometimes in the middle of the road in an attempt to cause a wreck so that they can get to the person and steal their soul and their skin. Along with the abnormally high number of accidents and fatalities on the road, there have also been an eerily high number of disappearances, along with missing time. There have been people who have gone missing that later reappear walking along the side of the road and disoriented, confused, and not knowing how they got there or how long they've been gone. Others disappear along this road and are never seen again. So sometimes when people are searching for the missing people, they'll find random belongings of theirs or pieces of their car in the middle of the road. Other people have driven along the road and had missing time incidents where they get to the end either way too fast or way too slow. For some reason, the passage of time here
is strange, notorious for decades. And some people in the areas refuse to drive it at all, saying they ain't getting on no road named after the devil. Apparently, even some of the states agreed with that, because in 1992, Arizona removed the US 666 designation from their state and replaced it with the southern end of US 1 states of the Devil's Highway were able to change their route number 2, replacing it with the US 491. So there are signs that pretty much point out that it's the old 666 and the new 491. This change was done not only in an attempt to negate the curse by removing the devil's number, but also because people kept stealing the signs. It got expensive for the transportation department. As far as that curse goes, most people say that the change didn't help all that much. The highway is still considered very strange, pretty dangerous, and extremely paranormally active. It's said if you're driving along that road, you can feel the change as the sun goes down, when unexplained feelings of fear and dread begin to creep up on you, and all the things that haunt this road come out to roam. Have any of y'all ever traveled down the Devil's Highway? And did you experience anything creepy? Let me know.